Well, you may not realize this, but everybody worries about, oh, I can't get a grant writer. What am I going to do? And they start looking for grant writers first before they want to find out where the hell they're going to apply to. And the reality is, after studying this stuff for almost 50 years now, probably 49, I think someone told me, that most grants under $50,000 are going to be 2-3 pages of fill in the blanks. You get bigger and whatever, then maybe you do need a grant writer, but you don't know until you see the grant application. So never consider that if you need a grant application until you see the application. I mean, a grant writer. At 81, I forget a lot of shit. So make sure you see the application before, because 9 out of 10 times you ain't going to need one. And if you do need one, look at this. Okay, here's a place to go to get free grant writers. You go to findhelp.org, findhelp.org. You put in your zip code. I put in my zip code. And then in the keyword they have, you put in writer. Okay, application. So you need help with applications. Okay, now everybody in this website, is a database of free help and free money. Every organization here either gives you free help or free money to solve your problems, right? You'll never see these in Google, because what you have, they may be in Google, but you have to wade through, 200 million websites to find them, or a billion websites. You're just never going to find them, because the people who want to find you, you're going to find, because they want to get money from you to be able to pay Google, okay? These people, there's a 528 where I live, okay? These are just people in my city that help you fill out applications. 528. So, forget that old wives' tale that most people live with. You don't have to live with that. Go get the grant you need first and see what that looks like. Then you consider a grant writer. And like I say, 9 out of 10 times, or probably 99, 44, 100% out of times do not require grant writers. Unless you're a big organization after millions of dollars. Yeah, that's true. But for average living expenses, money get your business started, things like that, you're not. And the people who give the money also help you with grants. And you know what people don't know about it? You have the right to see a copy of a successful application of somebody who got the money last year or whenever. That's public information. You can see the applications of anybody who already got the money. Now that's better than hiring somebody who's going to charge $1,000 or whatever the hell it is, to do this. See what a winner looks like. If you really want to, you call the office. You have the right to that. And if they don't believe you, you write a Freedom of Information Act, and there's free help to write that. And you go to the findhelp.org, and there's somebody there that will help you write that too. Wow, see? That's what's neat about government stuff. It's not like private industry and security and all that bullshit. No, this is you. You're government. You own it. You're an investor. You're tax dollars, so you have the right to see what the hell they're doing with your money. And that's what's cool about this. But let me go through a bunch of programs I just found out today, actually. Here's one that's really interesting. I couldn't believe I see this. What they're doing is people who wanted to start a business in a small town, a lot of agriculture business or farming or ranching and things like that. They're trying to, they just realized, oh shit, we were discriminating against certain people. So if you've been turned down by a grant from the USDA, you're eligible for like $5,000 because you were turned down and didn't get a grant. Wow, who the hell else would ever give you a grant after they turn you down, because they turned you down. That's why you're getting the money. Just because you were turned down. That's good. And they have $2 billion for this. And apparently minority farm owners and things like that were getting screwed for years and years. So find out about that at USDA.gov. They have that in the link, and I'm going to put all these links in the description on YouTube. So go to YouTube and look for this video. if you're on Instagram or ClickFunnels, then you could get it. I just don't know how to put it on those things yet, and it's weird. Everybody has their own requirements, so that's where it is if you want to, or just call. And then go to USDA.gov and look for, their information operator. Okay, here's another one. $2,500 to $5,000 for home-based entrepreneurs. Okay, so and that the deadline is August 26th. And this is in California. See, there's programs like this all over the country. You have to find out what's in your neighborhood. This is for California. Okay, and I know everybody watching this is not in California. That doesn't matter. I tell you about these so you realize, hey, there's all kind of good shit out there. Where the hell's mine? Okay, and you have to look for that. If it's a business, then you want to start really go to sba.gov/local assistance, and you make an appointment. There'll be counselors where you live that help you find these things. So it's like me, but I'm going to charge you money, so don't go to me. I'm going to charge you $20. These people do it for free. They get government grants to help you find grants. Oh, cool. Okay, here's another one. $50,000 a home repair grant for weather damage, okay? And this is not even FEMA. New York has so much weather problems and housings have fallen apart and everything. Sure, if you're in a FEMA designated area, there's a lot of money, like $40,000 for home repair, money for new car and living expenses and all kinds of stuff, but also the states themselves have money, even if it's not declared a disaster. See, for FEMA, you have to be a declared disaster. The White House or somebody sprinkles holy water on you and you're a declared disaster. I think ex-wives would do that to me. But that's another story. So $50,000 for home repair at the state. That's why you have to go locally. Okay, where do you find local stuff like this? Okay, there's a lot of places to go, but the best place to start. Remember, start. Doesn't mean that this is going to solve your problem. It's a start. And you go to findhelp.org. Yeah, you heard that? I told you about that before. Put in home repair, and you'll have a half a dozen, 2 dozen organizations that do it. Now you start calling, and you call every one of them and say, okay, if they can't help you, you ask, who else can help me? That's how you do research. How about free local job services, no appointment necessary? What the government is doing now, we have a national office called careeronestop.org. And they help you get a job. They give you money to train for a new job. They know about programs, living expenses while you're looking for a new job. And there's so many new grant programs now for people without college degrees to get training, to get a good high-paying job, with some skills. But you got to get trained for that. So they have people now in public libraries. They're putting, depending on where you live, there's people in public library. So call your local public library and see if they have workforce, they call it workforce development, the people to work for companies. So the government helps businesses find people, they train them and everything to get the job. So if you don't have training for the jobs, they help you get the training for free, okay? So call your local, what was that? Library. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. More grants to pay utilities. Now listen to this. Okay. This is in Indiana. They have more money they just got to help people pay their back utility bills. And listen to the income requirement. Now you can't make more than $93,000 a year, okay? Or you won't be eligible. 93. Jesus, see everything, I have to be poor, I have to be doing, well, now the government thinks $93,000 is poor. So that's why you think, I'm not eligible because I make too much money. Oh, maybe for some program. But there are other programs that go up to 93. They're now over $100,000, $120,000, $130,000, that you need financial help. You probably do, but it's for a guy as old as I am, that's hard to swallow. Get ready for a drop phone call game when you're calling the government. This is an article I found in Florida. Their office that helps children and families. 700 people called and couldn't get through. Now, actually, they didn't get through. Yeah, I guess they did. Because they get a message. Oh, we're experiencing heavy volume in calls, and you have to call back. So, I mean, that is reality. That is reality in our society. That's everywhere. You call me, it may take you 2 days to get me. And I have so much other shit to do, I probably wouldn't pay attention to it. I mean, this is how life is. The government's no different. I mean, they're like Comcast. You try to call Comcast and get them call you back. Bullshit, you know. Government's just as big as even bigger than that. So you're going to have to play the phone game, but the phone is the best way to get through. So you wait for 20 minutes. You call back later, wait for it. Somebody's going to give you $100,000 or $10,000 or $3,000 or $500, man. You can wait a few minutes, an hour, a couple hours, wait till tomorrow. That is the name of the game. If you want it instantly, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be available anymore. So remember that when you're contacting the government, and it is best to call. Don't just try to find an application to fill out. That's a waste of time because you probably fill out the wrong application. You want to talk to people, see if this makes sense for you to call. And the only people to apply to, and the only people know that for sure are the people giving out the money. Okay, so that's utility bills. Get ready for the drop call. Okay, here. Now there's something called set-asides, earmarks. That's what it is. Earmarks. Now here's Senator where I live in Maryland. They're getting earmarks so people in Maryland could get $9,000 to help pay rent. Okay. Now how that happens? That's called an earmark. Nonprofit organizations contact their elected official. I don't know if it works at the state. You have to check with your state. But it was cut out on the federal, but now it opened again on the federal level. You call your congressman or your 2 senators, and you ask for an earmark. How do I get an earmark? You know, not like Trump got an earmark, didn't he? That's a bad joke. Sorry. But they're called earmarks, where elected officials could put in the budget a special grant for you, but it's not for individual. It has to be a nonprofit organization. So that's why you want to know these are, and I'll show you a sample here of Van Hollen or Cardin, the senator. And he is a sample of all the organizations that got earmarks. And they're nonprofit organizations, and what they got it for, you know, because that's what you want to do. So call up your congressman's office and you want to know who got earmarks. Or if you're a nonprofit, I want to get an earmark. How do I do? What do I have to do? And everything. And you make a case for it. And it's a process you have to learn like everything else. You know, they give out that. So you could get that in the budget. So they have to do it for this organization. You want to find out that organization that has the money to solve this problem, whatever it is that you have. And a lot of it's for rent and housing and all this kind of stuff. Okay, every county can give you $50,000 grant to help people with housing. That's right. What happens is that the government, every county gets something called a community development block grant. This is just a huge bunch of money. Hey, here's county. You decide what you need to solve the problems in your county. And they have special applications for all the things that maybe they want to help seniors, maybe they want to help kids, maybe they want to, do this or have more businesses here or that. Okay, all that they have they can make it up. They get the money from the government, but they don't get the rules from the government. So it's made at the county level. You want to find out what they have and where it's going, because that's where you live and what you could apply for. Community development block grants. Where do you find that? You go to call 211 and ask for a county office who handles the community development block grants. Simple. Okay. How about here's an interesting thing for $1,000 in business marketing, and this is in Maryland, a little county in Maryland, giving small businesses $1,000 to help market, just to marketing, to create business. So this is what's the kind of stuff that's going on. Yeah. So you want to find, hey, what kind of little grants like that are for me? Okay, what you have to do, you probably have to make a dozen phone calls or so to track something down. Okay, and still, there's no guarantee. There's only guarantee that there's a shitload of money going out. and how much you get depends on you, not the government. Okay. Because the average money that's given out every year is $17,000 per person. $17,000 per person. Next year, it's going to be $18,000 per person. It grows every year. Okay, so you want to go the same place I told you. SBA.gov/local-assistance, and you find out people in your area that are mentors to small businesses or people who want to start business, and you talk to a half a dozen of them, because everybody has something different. Somebody says, oh, there's nothing for you. You can't take no for an answer. You have to go somewhere else, like looking for a job. Somebody says, oh, no, we can't. We're not hiring, or you're not for us, or whatever. Okay, do you say there's no jobs for you? No, you go somewhere else. Okay. Here's an interesting thing. They're now giving out big money, $250,000 or more, if you have clean energy ideas. And this is, again, at the USDA, U.S. Department of Agriculture. They have so much money for entrepreneurs and businesses and small towns and things like that. So check with USDA.gov and find the local programs for your state. Oh, by the way, we have a free service if you're a member. The member is $20, and that's letsgohelp.com if you're interested. And we have a member who helps people fix up their credit score. And I just got a notice here. Rachel Barker is in this workshop we have. It's free. All our workshops free. When you pay us $20, you get never charged again until the end of the month for another $20 if you want to stay. And that's it. But she says, my credit score went up 40 points since I've been attending the Sunday classes and watching the older classes that I've missed. Thank you, Lesko and Megan. Wow. So that's it. I mean, all free. You go to the credit counseling people and everything, they're going to get money from you. They have to, because they're advertising to get you. And the biggest scams on the internet for credit repair, man, they're terrible. You know, and you go to the FTC, you see that they have probably 2 dozen organizations that are getting sued for scamming people, and they're all on the ones that come up first on your search. They're no dummy; they know how to sell. That's what it is. You don't want to deal with people who just know how to sell. You want to deal with people how to fix your problem, and that's what our member does. Megan, I mean, she has a heart of gold, and she volunteers to help this for free. And so let us try to help you too. We also give out grants. Our next grant is on the 4th of the month. We give out $40,000, either $500 or $1,000. And you just tell us what you need $1,000 for. It doesn't matter what it is. You want to go to the moon, or you got to pay rent, anything you want. And we give out $40,000 every month. We give out a total of $70,000. So let us help you with our grant, with our help, and show you where the government grants are.